Alright, welcome everybody back to Let's Play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the Mushroom Hill Zone. Finally in the Sonic and Knuckles portion of the game. And look at this, art-styled shift! Anyways. Whoa! That didn't happen like it was supposed to. Darn it! Alright, there we go. Look who it is. So, turns out Knuckles is no longer mysteriously, well, gone. And he sucks at security, so look at this. Another giant ring that he was housing in his home or something. And you might notice that this particular giant ring looks as if it's attempting to destroy the human race one epileptic at a time. That's because this is a different ring. It would help if I could actually touch it to show what it does. Ooh. That is something different. So, lots of random gray emeralds. Should we actually jump on one, however? Ta-da! More special stages. Just when you thought we were done with these bloody things, too. Well, not to worry, we'll be completely done with these things at the end of this episode, because Mushroom Hill has a ridiculous number of these things for some reason. Anyways, just like before, these are just blue sphere stages in which you collect lots of blue spheres, basically. Pick up every blue sphere you can find, and don't touch red spheres, that's all there is to it. You will find this particular blue sphere stage that you may want to jump over some spheres every now and then, just to make things easier to navigate. Like that. Trying to focus so I don't end up screwing these things up. Because I'm going to be doing lots of special stages in each act, and I'm only making a save state for each act because I have these things choreographed. Yeah, whatever. But to put it simply, I need to not screw up. So, sorry if I stop speaking during these special stages. Anyways, you might have noticed how it said Super Emerald instead of Chaos Emerald this time. These things haven't appeared outside of Sonic 3 Knuckles, actually. It's a nice little perk of the whole merge between the two games. A very nice perk, in fact. Bonk. But yeah, like I said, there are so many of those giant rings in Mushroom Hill for some bloody reason. But look at this, man. Definitely feels a lot different from Sonic 3, doesn't it? Or at least looks a lot different. Plays the same, but it looks plenty different. I need to go down here. Oh! Or do I? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Space isn't exactly a maze, but there are plenty of paths to be taken at any one given time. Pretty much at any point in the level, there are 2 to 3 different places you could actually be. Bonk. There we go. They're basically landmarks that I have identified for the paths to these different Super Emerald rings. I'm trying to remember what they all are. Anyways. And with the new stage, you have new enemies, which is always nice, of course. Those dragonfly type things are actually invincible everywhere on the bodies except for their heads, which is a nuisance. Actually, I think those guys appeared in, no, they didn't appear on Angel Island. Anyways. Oh yeah. This one's not exactly intuitive, but yeah, that's the name of the game with these kinds of things. Onwards! More. So it turns out that every emerald that you can jump out on top of actually has its own... No? Okay, whoops. Well, I managed to deal with that quite nicely. Oh god. Oh. Maybe. There! But yes, the same emerald will always send you to the same special stage. Now, we're not stuck in a strict order of special stages anymore. Now we can actually go in whatever order we want. Which is kind of nice, I guess. Well, I dare say that I made an excellent recovery right there. You can bullshit these special stages so much if you know what you're doing. Not that I entirely do, but I know it well enough. So from what I've heard, I've never actually pulled this off myself, because I always collect the super emeralds in a very particular order. But, what was it? There's apparently a bug where if you collect all of the... Oh, we're down. Don't hurt. Hey. If you collect all the super emeralds in the correct order, there'll actually be a graphical bug where one of the super emeralds return a different color. I think it's like the purple super emerald return red or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, somebody noticed something. I can use the insta-shield now. As you saw, we gave up our Chaos Emeralds for this, so until we actually get all the Super Emeralds activated, we're kind of screwed. But when we have all the Super Emeralds activated, that is, things will be glorious. Very, very glorious. Oh, thank you, Tails. Oh no! Damn it. I was looking for a shield. Having tons of rings isn't as nice when you can lose them on one blow. Because you aren't invincible like you always would be. What? Don't like that hit me, but okay. No. Ow! Thankfully those mushroom projectiles don't actually hurt you, they just make you bounce around, which very well can lead to you being harmed, but thankfully does not usually do so. Just before recording, I actually went through a practice run of this whole thing, and I went through all the blue sphere stages, so I shouldn't be having trouble with any of these. Hopefully, hopefully not. But we'll have to see how those things turn out. I usually get through all the blue sphere stages on my first try. Any of the blue sphere stages that are for the Chaos Emeralds I can get through without any issue, but some of the Super Emerald ones, as you might expect, are a bit more challenging. They can screw up like that. Of course, you need to have on the Chaos Emerald. It has special stages as well. So you might notice that these Super Emeralds look very different from the Chaos Emeralds. They're big 3D. Oh yeah, they're very, very big. But these are actually the first Emeralds in the Sonic series to have the brilliant cut that the Chaos Emeralds are known for having in the 3D games. And of course, at the same time, that giant green emerald in the background also has a brilliant cut, but meh. Brilliant cut is just that shape that the emeralds have. The trademark diamond shape. Anyways. This is a very annoying ring to get. Probably won't get it, but... Oh god. Yeah. Oh, darn it! You need to be very, very careful. There we go. It's a lot easier to do if you have a fire shield, because you can just use a fire dash in midair and it will completely cancel out all your momentum. Anyways. Because if you don't stop where I did right there when I was on that vine, if I kept going forwards, I would have bounced upwards. and you can't actually go back down. There's no way to return. Anyways, as you can see here, this special stage has you something really weird. I absolutely hate this special stage. It's actually my least favorite. See, what you have to do is bounce off a white sphere, and then turn. Or bounce off a white sphere, regain control of yourself, and then turn. It takes a lot of getting used to. Now, if you don't, I like have to jump over that blue sphere if you want to pick up those 2 rings. But if you don't regain your control of yourself and stop moving backwards, you will hit a white sphere behind yourself, but you need to get down the timing for that. I find it much easier to just press up myself, even though most people seem to not do that. I find it a lot easier to just press up myself and regain control so I know what I'm doing. I know exactly how I'm going to be regaining control. Anyways. So, that's all I'm gonna have to worry about for now when it comes to special stages. For a moment, basically. But, let's see if we can get a fire shield here. Fire shields are always nice to have. There's lots of things that fire. Especially during boss battles. Goddamn, Tails. You get my black gumballs. This thing is kind of weird finding these things called gumballs, but whatever. I don't really have anything else on my wish list aside from this fire shield, so... Alright, thank you, Tails. It needs to be a fire shield. So me doing anything else is actually kind of risking me getting a shield I don't want. I didn't actually recall Tails being with you in these bonus stages. And actually really ahead of the... There we go. This thing must be really ahead of that if I can fall that far. Anyways. Well. Another boss that's way easier if you have the flame shield because you don't have to worry about his thrusters, so you can just stand underneath him and keep jumping. Tails doesn't really help much because he doesn't have flame shield, but... You know, it can hit signs when you're using flame dash. Anyways, for recording purposes. Alright. Ah, look at him. Look who knows we're here. Well, Tails is just barely off screen. I don't know what the hell Knuckles was doing right there, to be honest. How he was just kind of... you know, making stuff happen with wind, basically. I don't know what kind of switch would do something like that, but whatever. Okay, so this right here is an example of how annoying Tails can be. He'll actually activate those things for you. Which can be really annoying in most cases. In that case, it was actually kind of good. In most cases, it's a serious nuisance. Anyways, more special stages. Don't worry, we're almost done. Oh, so I was talking about how most of these special stages, all you have to do is know how to follow a path. This is the epitome of that. This special stage, unless you decide to be a rebel and try to get it perfect, in which case you'll have to veer off the path to pick up the rings in the center of each little area, room, whatever you want to call it. And there's so many blue spheres you have to pick up. You're picking up blue sphere page every step of the way. All you have to do is keep going. Tap right when you need to, jump when you need to, and that's it. When I say tap right, I mean never press left, ever. Particularly, right. So, I believe that at one point you, unless I'm thinking of a different special stage. Maybe I am. But yeah, you're just turning right that whole time. Fun stuff. So I'm pretty sure I brought this up before, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles is really visually appealing. The game's constantly pushing the limits of the game's palettes and whatnot. As you saw, the palette changed right here, and it's not a completely new environment, but still something really nice. It's a really nice effect. Oh, what was that one you need to do right here? Hey, jerk. There we go. Trying to remember how to get to all these things. I don't know why, but I always end up landing on those spikes right there. Ah, damn it. I like how these little vine things will grab at your feet. Bonk. I love how you can grab these mushrooms. There's no indication that you can, but you can. It's cool. No. Is this taking where I want to be? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Wait. Yeah, here. Sorry about that. Yay. It's gonna be pretty much impossible for me to talk about how nice this game looks while looking for these giant rings. Thankfully I'm at pretty much the very end of this whole deal. I really don't like this special stage. Oh, my least favorite, but I still really don't like it. It's one of those more free roam-esque ones. Yeah, I'm always making it comfortable because I don't know where I'm going to have to be searching for things or not. Whoa. Well, at least I won't have to worry about such stages at all anymore after I finish up the next one. Then we will have almost no interruptions for our fun little talks, our one-sided talks about how nice this game looks. The backgrounds actually have a friggin' ton of detail in most of these stages, or at least in a lot of them. And like you saw here, from the very beginning of Mushroom Hill Zone, Sonic and Knuckles had even better art. Even better than Sonic 3 did. Which looks really nice. It's a little bit, not exactly off-putting, but kind of weird in how high quality it is. But it's still really nice. Really something that I can appreciate myself. Not gonna hit that. Don't jump off immediately because this chicken hates you. Yeah. And time for one last... Oops. No. What? You're kidding me. Really? You suck so much, game. More palette changes, speaking of. Thankfully, you know, I just passed up a giant ring. I do know where another one is, because there are 4 in this act, just like the last act. Time for the last one. Last Super Emerald. But they also added sprites made for pretty much this is an easy special stage, so I can just talk about whatever. But I like how they also made sprites for even the smallest of things. There are a lot of sprites that you're only gonna ever see once in this game. There are a couple you might actually never see. There's one with Knuckles, actually, in particular, that I will be showing off later. Once you get to the point at which you can show it off. But, actually there's one that you may get to see in the next zone, so look up for that in the next episode. I'll probably mention that once I come across it. It's that kind of attention to detail that I really like, especially with the 3D rotation sprites too, actually. Those look beautiful. And then you have the areas like this with the special stages that look very 3D. It's very, very impressive. I like how... I have a sort of respect for it, I guess, with how this game pushes the limits of the system it is on. And how it is constantly changing palettes to animate things, like when you're supersonic, your palette is flashing yellow and whatnot. There are lots of things where, like I was talking about with your heads-up display flashing, and it's not exactly called heads-up display, but how the text on screen will begin flashing when you have a super glowing, flashing giant ring on screen because you're using the same palette. Things like that. It's very interesting. So now we have all of these yet again. That giant emerald is happy. And we can be something called hypersonic. This has never appeared anywhere else in the entire Sonic series, only in this one game. Let's go left. I think I'll show it off for the boss. No, Tails. Tails is a huge nuisance on these things right here, because, yeah, see? He copies my movements, but, like, also a full second later. Anyways, let's get this bloody shield. Darn it! Maybe not. Not just yet, that is. I like how that hurts you. Oh, hi. So, I have an after image that you can't really see very well because my speed is limited here. And I can do something really cool. I can do this. If I hold a direction when in midair, by the way, this looks, speaking of this stuff in awesome, this is a really nice 3D effect too. But, if I hold some random direction in midair and jump a second time, I'll just go in that direction. I can move really high up in midair. Anyways. I also breathe underwater now, which is really nice. Something Super Sonic can't do. Not that it friggin' matters, because there's no water in Sonic and Knuckles' portion of the game. Which means that the bubble shield is effectively useless for anybody who isn't Sonic, because Sonic can still bounce. It's just a basic, lazy little shield. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next act. That would be... Here it is now. Flying Battery Zone. See you guys there, where we'll hopefully get to have plenty of fun as Hypersonic, now that we have that unlocked for the rest of Sonic and Knuckles. See ya, guys!